أهلا وسهلا فيكم ومرحبا في مدينة دانانغ في فيتنام. أنا اليوم بهي المدينة الجميلة جاي لغرض أساسي، جاي بزيارة لهي المدينة لحتى شارك في أكبر تجمع للرحالة الرقميون في هي المدينة، واللي بيصير لأول مرة في سنة 2025. تجمع الرحالة الرقميون في فيتنام أو فيتنام نوماد فيست حكون أحد المشاركين في ضمن الفريق التطوعي ساعد المنظمين بإدارة التجمع، وأيضا مساعدتهم في إدارة منصة التواصل الاجتماعي تبعهم وصناعة المحتوى. حبيت استغل هذه الفرصة لأنه تجمع الرحالة الرقميون عموما هو الشيء اللي أنا دائما بحب أعمله حتى بأوقات الفراغ عندي، لأنه أنا شخص جدا مهتم بحياة مليئة بالحرية والسفر حول العالم والعمل عن بعد. وهذا الموضوع عم بشتغل عليه صار لي فترة. مثل ما بتعرفوا عنا حاليا منصة الرحالة الرقميون العرب مخصصة لكل الرحالة حول العالم المهتمين بالسفر والعمل عن بعد. موجود مجتمع خاص للعرب للناس المتحدثين باللغة العربية. بنيت هذا المجتمع من الصفر بسنة 2022 والحمد لله نحن حاليا في نمو مستمر. وهذا الفيديو برعاية منصة الرحالة الرقميون العرب، المنصة اللي سويتها. إذا أنا ما عملت سبونسر لحالي مين بده يعمل لي؟ رح أقعد بمدينة دانانغ لمدة أسبوع كامل ورجيكم مغطي هذا المؤتمر، نتعرف على الرحالة الرقميون الأجانب الموجودين جايين من مختلف الدول حول العالم. وأيضا رح نروح على مدينة هيام، مدينة متواجدة قريبة جدا من دانانغ. رح أكون متواجد هناك لمدة يومين. تعاونت مع أحد الفنادق الموجودة ورح أيضا نغطي هذا الفندق ونشوف يعني بشكل عام الأسعار عموما بمدينة دانانغ ومدينة هويان، إن كان الأكل. ليش هي وجهة مثالية كثير للرحالة الرقميون والناس اللي عم تشتغل أونلاين، وليش أنا عم فكر أنتقل لهون. فهذا اللي رح نغطيه إن شاء الله في هذا الفيديو، ولكن عموما رح نركز بشكل أساسي على تغطية المؤتمر، فعاليات المؤتمر، المتحدثين. أعطيكم الأشياء اللي تعلمتها من المتحدثين الموجودين بهذا المؤتمر إن شاء الله. مثل ما انكم شايفين يا أصدقاء، الجو في دانانغ اليوم مغيم وأنا لابس لبس شتوي أو سويتر. الغريب من الموضوع أنه ما توقعت هذا الموضوع، لأنه نحن في يعني دولة استوائية، فعادة ما بجيب معي غير الشورت والتيشيرت والكنزة والتانك توب. هدول الأواعي عادة بجيبهم معي، ولكن لحسن الحظ انه جبت معي سويتر واحد خلال هي الرحلة. وفعلا الجو مثل ما انكم شايفين هوا. فدانانغ فيها تغير بالاجواء، في اجواء مثل ما انكم شايفين استوائية. نحن ورانا البحر واشجار النخيل الجميلة والكوكونات، جوز الهند. الاجواء متغيرة، يعني بتلاقي يوم فينك تروح وتسبح بالبحر، وفي ايام مثل اليوم يوم برد، موج عالي، مغيمه الدنيا. بس عموما في كثير فعاليات بتصير في دانانغ، الخدمات رائعه هون بهي المدينه. في مطاعم، كافيهات، كل شيء تقريبا ممكن تلاقيه هون. وفي حوالي 10 مقرات عمل مشتركه للرحاله الرقميون والناس بتشتغل اونلاين. ففي فرصه انه انت كمان تشبك مع الرحاله الرقميون اللي عايشين بالمدينه. فانا كثير متحمس شارك معكم اكثر تفاصيل اكثر عن الرحلة وعن التجربة خلال الأسبوع بهذا الفيديو. خلينا نبلش ويلا يا رحالة ننطلق إلى المؤتمر. هي لحظة الوصول إلى مدينة دانانغ الجميلة. رح جرب اقعد بهوستل، وايضا خلال تواجدي رح اقعد في هوتيل مثل ما خبرتكم في مدينة هويان. نجرب الاثنين يعني الحلين. ورجيكم الاسعار قديش. هي البلكونة الهوستل اللي انا فيها، وراي هيك منظر الشارع، ومقابلي مثل ما انكم شايفين الغرفة عبارة عن بانك بيدز، تخوت مشتركة بنفس الغرفة، وكل تخت له ستارتو الخاصة بهي الطريقة. وحاطين لوكرز هون، فينك تحط اغراضك هون وتقفل عليها بالمفتاح، وهذا اللي عملته. وهيك صاير التخت في تخت هيك بهالطريقة، في ضوء، في فينك تشحن أغراضك هون أو تشحن موبايلك، وأيضا في مروحة. ظريف الموضوع يا جماعة. طبعا تكلفة هي الغرفة 650 ألف بالخمس أيام، يعني حوالي أكثر بشوي من $20 تقريبا. بحط لكم السعر هون قديش بالضبط مع فطور. الفطور عبارة طبعا بسيط جدا، عبارة عن كاسة قهوة وبيضتين وتوست، كافي. فينا الواحد يعني ياخذ فطوره اكيد بمكان تاني. مقابلك بتلاقي في مطاعم، في اكشاك اللي بيبيعوا بان مي اكله مشهوره للفطور في فيتنام، مستلهمه من المطبخ الفرنسي. بيعملوا هيك، بيخبزوا خبز الباجيت وبيحطوا بيحشوا شغلات مختلفه. تجربه لطيفه يعني، فينك توفر كثير من المصاريف هون، وانت يعني تقعد مثلا حتى شهر وما تتكلف شيء فعليا كأنك قاعد ببلاش الا شوي. ولكن فينك اكيد فينك كمان تستمتع اذا حابب شيء يكون لكجوري، اذا حابب انه تستمتع فعلا وترفه عن نفسك مثل ما بيقولوا، كمان هذا الموضوع موجود. يعني في الاثنين، في الخيارين، وحتى في البادجت المتوسط، فكل الخيارات موجودة. فالموضوع جدا جميل، خيار ممتاز للناس اللي بتحب انها تسكن في دولة استوائية تشتغل اونلاين. بعتقد انه فيتنام خيار ممتاز جدا، وخصوصا مدينة دانانغ. طلعنا من الهوستل وغيرت الأواعية لحتى روح على الريزورت. بالريزورت عاملين تجمع الرحالة، هيك فعالية اسمها هولي فيستيفال اليوم. والهولي فيستيفال هو عبارة عن احتفال للألوان بصير بالهند. يلا أخذكم معي، ما بعرف شو راح يكون في صراحة. Introduce yourself and what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm Marcos Corvesis from Greece. I'm the co-founder of Vietnam Nomad Fest and also the Athens Nomad Fest. I'm a career coach. I'm helping people find a job, change profession, start an online service business, and I'm very happy to have this beautiful event these days in Vietnam and meet all these amazing people coming from all over the world. More than 200 people from over 20 countries are coming.
Why people should join Nomad Fest?
Number one is networking, so you will meet a lot of fantastic people, you can make a lot of new friends and also explore potential collaborations, potential business partners, potential clients. So the most important thing is the networking. And then we have over 120 activities, including 30 talks and 20 sessions with physical activities and a lot of workshops, so you will learn a lot of new things. Welcome to Vietnam!
4, 3, 2, 1, Happy Holi!
بلش الاحتفال يا جماعة. ناخذ الألوان مشان ننتقم من الناس اللي رموا علي الألوان. اليوم رح أحكي مع كم واحد من الرحالة الرقميون الموجودين في المؤتمر، وناخد نظرة عن قصصهم، كيف بلشوا وش التحديات اللي واجهتهم. خلونا نسمع تجاربهم سوا.
Hi, I'm Muhammed.
Hi, Fiona.
Nice to meet you. So, I'm asking few nomads about their journey.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how did you start as a digital nomad?
Yeah, I guess I kind of started by accident. I have traveled around the world a little bit, but been quite settled. And then I got the opportunity through work to move to Singapore. But the process of getting a visa there takes quite a while. So during the 12 months or so, I was nomadic, moving every couple of weeks throughout Southeast Asia, primarily to you know, the events such as this where we got to meet with nomads and yeah, it's kind of can create a community when you're this lonely little nomad.
So can you walk us shortly, how did you become a digital nomad?
Oh, I would say I've probably been a digital nomad for 9-10 years now. Started traveling through Central South America and backpacked for about a year down to Patagonia. Maybe that's what I should do my talk on, but
Looking forward
all the way
to
down.
hear you on stage.
And then in 2019, I bought a ticket to Bali one way. And this was shortly before COVID. So then I ended up flying to Thailand and then I've been there ever since.
What inspired you to become a digital nomad?
If I had to put it in one word, it was the commute to work. So I was living in London and I really hated the vibe on the commute, 2 hours, 1 hour each day on the underground. And just the atmosphere, people not making eye contact, lack of community, lack of connection. If you look at someone on the tube in London, people are like, "Oh, what's going on?" You know, it's like everyone's like living in their own bubble.
Yeah.
So that lack of connection, I thought I need to go somewhere, explore the world a little bit, find a place where there's a better sense of community. So that was one of the main reasons.
بعد ما خلصنا المقابلات التقيت بمجموعة من اليابانيين خلال الفعالية وعزموني على العشاء معهم، فكانت فرصة حلوة أتعرف أكثر على ثقافتهم وتجربتهم بالسفر. خلونا نشوف كيف كانت الأجواء. Alright, Ohio! Good evening.
Yes, konbanwa.
Konbanwa. Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Guys, I made my dream happen. I'm now officially in Japan.
Japanese tea.
Oh. Yes, come to Japan, everyone.
Always welcome. Yeah.
All right, we have Nanami, we have Maria,
Yeah.
and
Sono.
Sono,
Haruka.
and Haruka. Amazing, amazing. We're gonna have dinner now, right? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, we are here in a seafood Vietnamese restaurant.
Yeah.
Nice.
すごい。YouTube してます。Coconut juice.
A little bit, yeah. Kanpai! Kanpai! Woo! Kanpai!
せーの。い
いただきます。いただきます。Again? いただきます。いただきます。Yeah. Perfect. Good? You like? 美味しい. يا جماعة طلعنا من المطعم ورايحين على شو عاملينه، بيرحبوا فينا في فيتنام، شو وعرض ظريف جدا. تاني يوم قررت ركز أكثر على توثيق تجارب الناس، فكان عنا غدا سوا خلال استراحة المؤتمر. كانت فرصة رائعة لنتعرف أكثر على بعض
بجو مريح وعفوي، ونسمع قصص جديدة من الرحالة الرقميون من كل أنحاء العالم.
Having a short, fast interview, lunch. Okay. Vivi, what do you do? What are you running?
Yeah, man. Arab digital nomads, what up? My name is Divi. I'm your neighbor from India, just over the Arabian Sea. And I run a big nomad village in South India. So my family has a big piece of ancestral land, which I've turned into India's first nomad village. It's 150 acres of rainforest dedicated to digital nomads, traveling artists, and nature lovers to live their best life and get time back to do what they really want to do.
Sorry, what was your name?
Milena.
Milana. Milana, you want to share what you do as a digital nomad?
I'm a product owner for a trading application.
She wants to be bossy.
And I'm kind of a digital nomading undercover.
Digital nomading undercover.
Yeah, which means that I didn't have an exclusive permission to be a digital nomad. So maybe just GDPR.
It's my first digital nomad destination.
Ah, so you are totally new.
Yeah, in this world.
All right, so you just started to travel.
Exactly. I got more financial security before doing this move. I think a lot of people do that without financial security. And me, I waited a bit, to be more stable.
You didn't want to take the risk, so you waited until you're stable with your work.
I'm Nick from the Netherlands, and I'm a videographer, video creator. I run a small video production company based in the Netherlands, and I work remote. I travel like a nomad half of the year, and the other half of the year I'll usually be home. And it's usually the winter months that I escape, because the Dutch winter is not nice, to say it lightly. I escape for the weather, and also because I want to travel, explore, live in cheaper places than the Netherlands. That's one of the reasons, and of course to meet a lot of people. And, travel is just nice. It's just a nice way to live.
صباح الخير يا أصدقاء، وأهلا وسهلا فيكم في يوم جديد في دانانغ. اليوم أنا عند الأيس هاب، ورح أحضر أحد الفعاليات الإضافية اللي عامليها بهذا الفيتنام نوماد فيست. هي الفعالية مخصصة للناس اللي عندها مشاريع، لحتى يشبكوا مع ناس آخرين عندهم مشاريع ويحاولوا يساعدوا بعض إنه يحلوا بعض المشاكل ويلاقوا حلول للمشاكل. فأنا حضرت هي الفعالية تحديداً لحتى أحاول لاقي حلول للمشاكل اللي عندي إياها في بناء منصة الرحالة الرقميون العرب، ولكن أيضاً أتعلم من الناس الآخرين اللي عندهم مشاريع، لربما استلهم أيضاً بعض الأفكار اللي ممكن ننفذها على المشروع تبعي. فعالية جميلة. الحلاوة بالموضوع إنه أنت عم تتقابل ناس من جميع أنحاء العالم، مختلف الجنسيات والأعراق والمشاريع والأفكار المختلفة، بتساعدك كثير على إنك تستلهم وتطلع بأفكار جديدة. فيلا بسم الله.
Okay, I would kind of piggyback on what she's saying, having a tier system, because in my opinion, your authority that's nonsense. Your authority is lower, in my judgment, because it's such a low pricing. Like $50-something per year is way too low. If I see that, I'm like, I don't trust him right away. Like, he's only charging 57. I don't trust it. But having a tier system of maybe 57 is your entry level, and then like VIP costs $3,000 a year, like you're charging too little.
I won't give you entrepreneurial advice at all. I'm just giving you my opinion as a entertainment marketer of how I would promote big brands, no better than Disney or Fox or Apple or Netflix, which I've worked with all. How would I do it, even for my own self? How do I brand something that big, make it feel that big, even for my own personal brand or for my personal self? So my advice is not going to be based off entrepreneurial stuff. I don't know anything about anything. But when I heard you said, how do I get people to trust me? I say, think like a rapper. You gotta boast like you're the shit.
Go deeper to what they really, really want deep down. Not just the surface and the packaging, but the feeling and the results it's gonna really get in their life, and talk about that. This is irresistible. If you can really pinpoint that and talk about their pain right now and the outcome, make them really shift into the reality that they want, this is marketing, and this is well like in all of your messages.
اليوم انتهينا من المؤتمر، وحاليا بهذا اليوم عم يعملوا فعاليات إضافية، فحضرت صباحا بعض الفعاليات، وبعدها قررت روح على أحد مقرات العمل المشتركة الموجودة في مدينة دانانغ لحتى أورجيكم. طبعا هذا اسمه المكان Ace Coworking. المقر اللي وراي هو عبارة عن قهوة، وعاملين الطوابق اللي فوق عبارة عن Coworking Space أو مقر عمل مشترك. بتقدر تستأجره بالشهر أو باليوم أو بالأسبوع على حسب الفترة اللي قاعد فيها، وبتقدر تشتغل أونلاين. فهذا اللي قررت ساويه لعدة ساعات. اعمل شوية تعديلات editing للفيديو، كمان شوف الفورمز اللي موجودة، الأعضاء اللي مهتمين بالانضمام لمجتمع الرحالة الرقميون، على أمل إنه أحد منكم اللي عم يشوفوا هذا الفيديو ينضم معنا بالمجتمع إن شاء الله. مهم خلينا نشتغل شوي، وبعدين رح يكون عنا اليوم فعالية يابانية وتايوانية، نتعرف أكثر كمان ونحكي مع الرحالة الرقميون الموجودين هناك. يا جماعة في لعبة مشهورة جدا في فيتنام، وحتى في مدينة دانانغ بتلاقي ملاعب، وهي اللعبة غريبة جدا، لا هي تنس ولا هي ريشة. اللعبة اسمها يا جماعة بيكل بول. بتلعب مثل التنس تقريبا ولكن بملاعب مصغرة. وهلا شفت قدامي انا عم بمشي بالطريق رايح على الفعالية اللي عم تصير المساء، شفت ملعب بيكل بول، فخليني اورجيكم اياه. بيلعبوا بطابة أخف بكثير من التنس، مفرغة من جوا. أحد أشهر الألعاب الموجودة في فيتنام أيضاً هي لعبة البلياردو. فشفت أنا وعم ماشي بالطريق مثل محل عليه طاولات بلياردو، ناس عم تلعب بلياردو. سبب شهرة لعبة البلياردو لأنه القائد المحرر لفيتنام كان بيحب هاي اللعبة كثير، هوتشيمين، اللي سمت مدينة هوتشيمين على اسمه. فبتلاقي معظم الفيتناميين مثل تخليدا له بيحبوا ايضا يلعبوا هي اللعبه بشكل كبير. What is this dessert?
This one is Taiwanese dessert.
Taiwanese dessert. Wow. So what do you have? It's water, like
This one water sugar.
water sugar.
This one jelly lemon with some toppings.
All right. Toppings. We have tofu and beans. Tapioca and beans.
Thank you.
تعالوا نجرب يا جماعة. هذا حلا تايواني، فاصوليا على قطر، على توفو، على تابيوكا. شاركوا ثقافتهم بطريقة رهيبة صراحة. قابلت واحدة من اليابان من هوريشيما، فصراحة مهتم جدا انه نلاقي طريقة تعاون معها، نجيب الفعالية او الايفنت اللي عم ننظموها في هوريشيما للرحالة الرقميون العرب، نحاول نتعاون معها، نعمل هيك فعالية لكل الرحالة الرقميون العرب اللي مهتمين انه يتعرفوا على تاريخ هوريشيما، لانه المشاكل اللي صارت من زمان مثل ما بتعرفوا عم تعاد في كثير من دول عالمنا العربي. فبعتقد انه هي فرصة ممتازة نحن نتعرف على كيف طلعت هوريشيما من هي الأزمة اللي كانوا فيها، وبنوا من الصفر، نتقرب أكثر من العادات والتقاليد تبعهم، كيف قدروا يتغلبوا عليها.
Hello, my name is Shokopan and I work as a copywriter and also I'm a host of Digital Nomad Hiroshima.
Okay, can you tell us what is Digital Nomad Hiroshima and why people should join?
I created the community because I want local people to know about the digital nomadic culture, lifestyle. So I hosted the event last month and we had 48 people from the world and also from around Japan.
And for people who haven't heard about Hiroshima, why people should join? Why should they visit Hiroshima?
We definitely have heartwarming people in Hiroshima. That is because of the history. Hiroshima, many of you guys know, Hiroshima has a history that 80 years ago, a single atomic bomb destroyed the city and a lot of people killed and they had nothing. Also, my grandparents' generation, my grandma and grand aunt lost her parents and also the oldest sister. at the age of 20. They rebuilt Hiroshima together from nothing. My grandparents are strong enough, resilient enough. She told me, even in the worst situation, people could look at the better side of things. That's what I learned from her. And I want to meet those resilient and strong Hiroshima people in my digital nomad event.
فهي بس اللي شفناها اللي قابلناها هلا هي عم تعمل هذا الكوميونتي، عملت هذا الكوميونتي او هي الفعاليه. اهلها فعليا هن من الناجين من الاتوميك بومب او من القنبله الذريه اللي اجت على هيروشيما، فموضوع جدا مهتم فيه انا صراحه. فاذا انتم مهتمين فيه كمان حطوا بالتعليقات مشان نشوف كميه الناس المهتمه، ممكن نعمل شيء مرتب معهم. هلا رح نعمل سوشي، عم يقسموا الفرق ورح نعمل سوشي مع بعض. الفعالية اليوم قسمها على طاولات ورح نعمل سوشي مع بعض. I'm here back with Marcos, organizer of Vietnam Nomad Fest.
Yay!
And first of all, I would like to applaud you for pulling this off, making the first ever Vietnam Nomad Fest with Dimitri and Alex. Three of you pulled this amazing job together. And I was honored to be part of the volunteer team joining this amazing event. Marcos is from Greece, as you saw in the previous short interview we did. But today I brought him here for him to share with you his experience in Danang. How is it life like living in Danang as a nomad, a person who's working online, and why should digital nomads come to Danang?
Yeah.
Mike is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the invitation. I want to share something how I started living in Danang, okay?
Amazing.
So it was, I think it was like December 22, and then I read an article about Danang that it was the second fastest digital nomad city in the world.
Wow, in 2022.
And that was in December 22.
Okay.
And then I was very curious to come to Danang because I was traveling around Southeast Asia, and I was in Bali and Thailand and Cambodia. And then some friends were in Danang, in the Bana Hills, in the Golden Bridge, and the weather was fully foggy and windy and rainy and cold. So I was like, oh, maybe that's not a good idea to go in January in Danang. So I skipped 2023. But I had some so strong intuition that I need to go to Danang. And I came here for 1 month in January 24, and I stayed.
You and I was just living.
So I'm in Danang for over 1 year, of course, with a few breaks, 3 months back to Europe and a few weeks in the Philippines and Thailand. But most of the time I was in Danang, even during the rainy season, which is November and December mainly.
So from your 1 year experience, can you walk us through like how did you get settled here? What's the living cost like? Yeah, just like some information for people to know who are interested maybe or want to thinking about it.
So yeah, first of all, I want to say that Danang is the fastest growing city of Vietnam. It is growing like really fast. Imagine that even last year there were more than 5 new co-working spaces. In January 2025, I went to Thailand for the Nomad Summit for 2 weeks, and in just 2 weeks, they built new restaurants, new grocery stores, new coffee shops in just 2 weeks.
Wow. That's
So
really
it's
fast.
growing super fast.
And especially for nomads, right?
Especially for nomads, like especially this area, the Mian area or Antho, this district, is growing super fast. The nomad community is very big. There are many meetups, there are many activities that we are doing. And regarding the cost of living, imagine that you can go to local Vietnamese restaurants and have a full meal with a side soup or salad and unlimited tea with $1, let's say, or €1, something like that, just $1. Wow. Or drinks like smoothie, juice, coffee, tea with $0.50, $1 also. And regarding the accommodation, there are people that they are having 2 bedrooms apartment with living room, kitchen, parking, gym, balcony with view, and swimming pool for even $300 per month. And this is 10 minutes motorbike from this area. This area is I would say 50% more expensive. For example, I'm staying in this area. I pay around $470 per month for a 2 bedrooms apartment with big living room and kitchen, bathroom of course.
$470.
Yeah, 2 bedrooms with a super beautiful view to the whole beach and the sea and the Lady Buddha and private parking also and everything in the walking distance from everything. It is $470. And actually, my previous apartment was at the same building for $300.
Oh wow!
This one is renovated with a way better view. That's why it's a bit more expensive.
And do you need
still,
like a year contract to pay this price?
First of all, you need the tourist visa. You need your visa to rent the apartment because this is apartment lease. It's a lease contract in Vietnamese and English. All right. So you use your passport and your tourist visa to rent it, and then it depends on the landlord. So some apartment owners, they rent it for a few days, not many.
Like short term.
And then, but not many. This usually mostly like Airbnb style.
Yeah.
And then there are some owners that they rent it for 1 month or 3 months or more.
Renewable.
Yeah. So, for example, I booked my apartment for 8 months. And the only thing that I need to do is every 3 months that my visa is expiring, I need to do the visa run to Laos with a bus day trip, which is around 10-12 hours.
To do the visa run.
To go to Laos and come back the same day to have the 3 months extra for the visa run, or get a flight to go to Bangkok or Kuala Lumpur for $30-40 or somewhere around. So it's very easy. And then I just need to send the new visa to my landlord to register in the police that I updated my visa. Talking about visa and renewals, you can also have a Vietnamese bank account with your tourist visa and passport. Pay everywhere with QR code.
Yes, that's very convenient.
You can transfer money, for example, from Revolut or other banks to the Vietnamese bank account instantly.
And even if you have a tourist visa, you can open a bank account.
Yeah, and you can transfer the money from your foreign bank to the Vietnamese instantly in seconds with like a $0.50, $1 commission for even $500. It's like half to $1 commission, like almost nothing. And then you can pay everywhere with a QR code, including the food market and local restaurants and street vendors. So in this way, you also avoid currency exchange or banking card commission fees, currency exchange in the card fees or ATM fees. So there are many different hacks that you can save a lot of money in Danang. Also, the motorbike rent is around $40 to $50 per month to rent a motorbike per month.
Really good.
Yeah, you can even, if you stay in Danang, you can also have a Vietnamese subscriptions to many things, and you can reduce your subscriptions like a lot. Like I had a subscription for some online courses that I was paying with my Greek account around $700 per year, and I cancelled it. I made it Vietnamese.
What do you mean, like subscriptions? For what?
Like Zoom, Calendly, Canva Pro, all this kind of stuff.
Or like the tools that you use. You have a Vietnamese, cheaper prices.
So I cancelled all my Greek ones and I make
you pay them
almost
with the
everything
Vietnamese card,
in
right?
Vietnamese. Not Vietnamese card.
No?
I just, the platform is recognizing the Vietnamese IP and is giving you the Vietnamese offer. So most of them, not all of them, but most of them. So I had one platform that I was paying $700. And now I pay $100.
I want to say.
Or I had another one, I was paying $120 per year. Now I pay 30 for the same thing.
You are using the geographical pricing in your favor,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah. So super affordable. There are countless of meetups and co-working spaces and co-working laptop-friendly coffee shops and workshops. So you can join whatever you want. And the weather is really good most time of the year. I mean, months like end of May to beginning of August are a bit hot, like 35 degrees and maybe a bit humid. And then there is the rainy season around November, December. But most of the months are fine, are great. Yeah.
Super. Sounds really good. And I want to walk through, like, especially for people who are watching this for the first time, like you mentioned the cost of living in terms of rent, right? We have 300, you said, 10 minutes drive from the center, right? With the motorbike.
Exactly.
And you are paying 470 for a full furnished apartment with pool and everything.
In the most central area.
Most central area with a sea view.
Exactly.
Amazing. Now, apart from rent, what are the costs? Like, what are the costs of like buying groceries, like weekly or monthly basis, let's say approximately, like, and other costs of living? Approximately. Let's walk people through that.
Okay, so my partner is Vietnamese, and she lived in Danang the last 9 years, so she knows everything about Danang.
That's really
we
nice.
go together to the food market many times to buy groceries, so she knows everything, so she knows where to buy and what to buy.
Perfect.
There are many times because she likes cooking, she's cooking amazing food. I tell her all the time that she should open a restaurant in Danang.
That's a good way. Why not?
Her food is the best that I tried so far. Yeah, sometimes I ask her, okay, so the meals that we are eating now at home, how much do they cost? And most of the times, the cost for 2 people is 20 to 50 cents for 2 people.
Wow.
So if you buy groceries, you can even have a meal for $50 for 2 people, or even less.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's say in a month, how much approximately, like per person?
In a month, yeah. Like my friend Dimitris, I know that he's paying around $600 per month, including his accommodation and all the expenses.
Everything.
Everything.
Rent.
Everything.
Groceries.
Rent, groceries. Actually, Dimitris is only eating at restaurants.
Oh, wow.
2 to 3 times every day.
Not cooking even.
Everything, not cooking, and everything is $600 per month.
Wow.
For me, I have a higher rent. I pay almost double or even more rent than Dimitris. It's like I told you, $470
for rent.
Is the rent including Wi-Fi, electricity, water, building fees, and everything.
Because you are in the city center.
Exactly, and I have a big apartment with a great view. So including everything, the apartment, motorbike, because my partner has a motorbike, so everything. Motorbike, apartment, groceries, restaurants, coffees, having fun, everything for 2 people, $900. For 2 people, $900 for everything, and this is considered expensive.
So you're living really comfortably with, with that amount of money.
Like a kid. I can eat at the restaurants anytime I like, or I can buy whatever I want.
You don't bother.
Super affordable.
Not like, for example, where you come from in Greece. Can you afford to go to restaurant every day?
Of course not. No. Like in Greece, if you want to have like a pasta in Athens, you can pay even $15 to $20. Like with $20 in Vietnam, you can buy 20 meals at restaurant. If you go to groceries, you can, like to food market, you can have the whole month maybe. I know, I have friends in Vietnam that they are English teachers, and they have like a studio or 1-bedroom apartment for $150 per month. Food is around $50 per month to $60 per month.
Only cooking?
Mostly cooking and local Vietnamese restaurants. And I mean, their total expenses are around $300 per month. So Danang is super affordable, and then it depends on the area that you want to stay. I know people that they rent super big apartments for $400 per month, for example, with 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, or even swimming pools.
Wow, fantastic! Fantastic. So you guys, you heard him from his experience. He's been living here for a year, and it is really affordable to live in Vietnam. And
to be honest, I noticed that the pricing increased in accommodation this year, like 10-20% more.
Because of people coming more.
Because more people are coming, and also in Vietnam they have something like every Tet, after Tet, like the Lunar New Year, which is around January, February, they usually increase the pricing in accommodation and the restaurants around 10 to 20%. So not everyone, but yeah, still. But still is very affordable. So if you pay $1 or $1.10, doesn't really make any difference, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome, amazing. Thank you very much. We talked about all these expenses for people who want to come here. So, what do you think? Like, people who maybe don't have a remote job, is it a good idea still to come and live here, or is it just for digital nomads, people who already have online work?
Yeah, so most people that they are in Danang, they are digital nomads. They're working remotely. I would say 95% of the foreigners, maybe 99%.
Oh.
And then there is a very small percentage of foreigners that they work as English teachers because in Vietnam, the government, I know that is supporting the country to learn English, and you know, they pay good money. And what I mean is, if you are a part-time English teacher and working 4 to 5 hours per day in a school or a university, public school, private school, for kids or teenagers or adults, mostly kids and teenagers, I would say, they usually pay $1.2 to $2.5 thousand per month for a part-time job, which is a lot of money for Vietnam.
Yeah, especially with the prices that you mentioned.
Especially smaller cities. I mean, if foreigners they want to find other kind of jobs, they need to find a job that they can prove that the locals cannot do it.
Yeah.
Like something super international that needs very good English
or have a lot of qualifications.
Yeah, or a lot of qualifications that you can say, yeah, I can do that, that most Vietnamese cannot do it, and then they can hire you and they can offer you the work permit and everything. But if you want to say, yeah, I just want to become a DJ, like something photographer, videographer, customer support, whatever, it will be super challenging.
Because they are already fulfilled
because
by
they
the
already
locals.
have the locals, so
Doing that.
They really protect the locals in Vietnam. So yeah, it's so it's easier for English teachers. Yeah,
Easier for English teacher and digital nomads
And
who
digital
are working
nomads,
online.
yeah.
So if someone want to transition and work online, become digital nomad, is it, you think, is a great place to start, Danang, especially with the affordable, living? There's a network here.
Yeah, it's a great place because first of all, it's very affordable, have super low expenses. Depends on the area that you live and the apartment that you want to rent. Super low expenses. As I told you, even if you go to a local Vietnamese restaurant every day for 2 meals per day, $2. So $60 per month, for example. And you can find also a studio or one-bedroom apartment for even $150 per month. So you can make it with even $200 to $300 per month. Like you can go really low. Or if you cook home, even lower. So it's very easy to start in Danang because first of all, it's super affordable. Secondly, there are so many workshops and meetups that you can join for free by just buying a coffee or a tea, for example, and you can meet amazing people super fast. Actually, during my first week in Danang, I met 50 people.
Wow.
50 people in 1 week. My first week.
Amazing.
And it was not even high season, it was like a beginning of January.
Oh, wow.
Still in the transition from rainy to dry season. Yeah, so it's super easy to make new friends and meet people and learn from each other and get inspiration and have all kinds of support you need from other nomads. Yeah, and also expats or even locals. Also, what I like in Danang is very mixed. You can see many meetups and workshops that also Vietnamese are joining.
Really?
Yeah, compared to other cities that you will see only foreigners, for example. Yeah.
So you can also connect with locals
It's
as well.
exactly, yeah. And if you join some sports like pickleball, which is a very big in Danang, it's super easy to make local friends. Or dancing events like Latin dancing. There are many locals in dancing parties or pickleball and other kind of sports. Yeah, super easy to connect with the local community.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very valuable tips. Thank you, Marcos, a lot for sharing all these
You're welcome.
golden gems, I would say. And I think a lot of people will find this video helpful, I hope. And how can people connect with you?
Yeah, so they can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Marcos Corvesis with K, Markos. and then KORVESIS.
Yes,
So feel free to connect.
Amazing. And don't forget, guys, like they are organizing also a Vietnam Nomad Fest next year. And yes, it's your chance to connect with the team, connect with people, join next year, meet me, meet them. Yeah, it will be exciting, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I believe that the next year it will be double.
Yes.
This year we had over 200 people registered, and people are still coming because we have one more week at the moment during this video, and we believe that we will have over 400 people next year. So let's see. The dates are so far, the plan is for 20 to 29th of March 2026. And we will focus a lot in Danang and business and networking for digital freelancers like coaches, consultants, trainers, and content creators.
Amazing, amazing. All right, looking forward. Thank you very much. And yes,
thank you so much.
Have a good evening.
هاي كانت تجربتي كاملة بالأسبوع اللي قضيته في مدينة دانانغ، ومثل ما شفتوا كانت تجربة مميزة جدا. تقربنا أكثر وتعرفنا على الرحالة الرقميون من كثير من الدول حول العالم، وبعتقد هيك نوع من الاجتماعات أو التجمعات للرحالة هو مفيد جدا، لأنه من خلال تجربتي صراحة قدرت أتعرف وشبك مع كثير ناس، وحتى اتعرف على كثير من المتحدثين اللي شاركوا بمواضيع مختلفة، منها الاوتوميشن، استخدام الاي اي لمشروعك او حتى تطبيقه على حياتك العملية. طبعا ما قدرت اغطي كل اللقاءات او المتحدثين لانها طويلة نوعا ما، ولكن عموما تعلمت كثير امور جديدة، وبعتقد هي فرصة ممتازة انه لاي شخص مهتم انه هو يطور من نفسه وايضا يبني علاقات مع كافة الناس من انحاء العالم، فهي فرصة ممتازة انكم تنضموا لهيك تجمعات بالمستقبل. طبعا هي التجمعات بتصير بشكل دوري كل سنة، ان كان في فيتنام وان كان بدول مختلفة حول العالم، واذا كنتم مهتمين انكم تنضموا لهيك تجمعات وتكونوا جزء منها، هي التجمعات بشاركها بشكل تفصيلي عن اوقاتها وكيفية الانضمام وكل هي الامور من خلال منصة الرحالة الرقميون العرب، وتحديدا المجتمع اللي بضم حاليا حوالي 40 عضو من مختلف انحاء الوطن العربي. دائما نحن على تواصل مع بعض على مجموعة الواتساب، وايضا حاليا انتقلنا للمنصة الرقمية الموجودة على الموقع الإلكتروني ARABNOMADS.com، وبالتعاون مع مختلف التجمعات للرحالة الرقميون حول العالم رح يكون لنا نحن كأشخاص من الوطن العربي بصمة، لأنه نعرف عن نفسنا وعن ثقافتنا للناس وللشعوب الموجودة، ونشبك مع أصحاب التفكير المشابه من الناس المحبين للحرية، العمل عن بعد، وحرية التنقل والحركة. وطبعا هذا الموضوع أكيد تحدي لكثير من الناس اللي بتعاني من هالموضوع بالعالم العربي. بعرف هذا الموضوع، ولهذا السبب بالضبط عملت هاي المنصة وهذا المجتمع لحتى تكونوا انتم جزء منه ايضا. فمتحمس كثير انه اشوفكم داخل المجتمع. ولكن ترقبوا فيديو اخر لتجربتي في مدينة هويان. رح روح لمدينة هويان لعدة ايام وارجيكم الاجواء وكيف كانت، وايضا تعرفوا على قديش مدينة هويان جميلة. الى لقاء اخر في فيديو جديد. سلام.